Well guys, today the mission is gonna be to see once again another district of Mumbai, another site. I have just dropped myself off in the neighborhood of Juhu, and I have to tell you, the first impression is actually quite nice. Let's go for a little walk. The beach should be somewhere right here. And I think today is going to be the idea to go to a couple of more modern districts. Okay guys, Juhu Beach. Out of all the different things I've expected I'm going to be doing in Mumbai, being shirtless on the beach at 30+ degrees on a beach that is actually really nice. We got some pretty fancy places. We might check out the cafe here later, Soho, Mumbai. Got some nice hotels, got like a super nice line of palm trees, and a beach that honestly is better than most beaches that I have seen in Goa. I'm not gonna lie. So I've actually been in Goa last week, so that looks kind of weird, but I've just dropped off my shoes over there, and yeah, we're gonna be walking for a little bit. So super nice and white beach, and honestly I don't see like a single bit of trash, so they're doing a fantastic job at cleaning it up, better at the most kind of like even beachy districts. And so very interesting. We have kind of like a promenade of different hotels, I think a couple of residential buildings, and I'm not sure what exactly it is that is going on back there, but there is a big crowd of people. We're gonna be slowly moving our way towards there. And so basically this Juhu district, I don't know exactly if it's like, if it's for like, you know, if there's a lot of hotel, if people are going on vacation here, but I've been recommended it. And you know, many districts, if you look up like, let's say more modern, more whatever, like upscale neighborhoods, from what I have seen, it's kind of like more gated and you don't really see what is going on there. But here is actually super pleasant to walk around. So I would say let's get into the crowd back there, then probably go check out this Soho place. And oh, look at that, again another plane. So we're also not too far from the airport. Basically where I'm staying, close to the gate of India, there's the Marine Drive, and there you're kind of seeing a lot of different skyscrapers. Here it's a little bit smaller, but you really start to understand how humongous actually Mumbai is, because I think over 10 million people, the whole metropolitan area like over 20 million people, and there's kind of like multiple bays with hundreds if not even thousands of skyscrapers. Okay guys, before we get back to today's video, a quick word from today's video sponsor, Level 8. If you have been watching the channel, you probably have seen them here before, but most recently I've switched over to their Carry-On Pro suitcase, and I have to tell you, it looks super premium. It has this little sleeve for your laptop, so if you're in the airport, if you're traveling a lot, quick access to have your laptop out and ready. Really nice feature. On the other hand, it's really light. So at this point I have checked out a big part of their range. They have the checked luggage, the carry-on. All of them are super high quality, look very elegant, and I have to tell you, if you compare them to other high quality, high range suitcases, they're fairly affordable as well. As of right now, with my code Danny15, if you want to buy a suitcase, if you're planning a trip anytime soon, you can get 15% off on any of their pieces. I will leave the link first things in the description for Level 8. And yeah, well, let's roll back into today's adventure. So it looks like we have wandered full on into a prime vacation weekend getaway, whatever it might be, for the people of Mumbai. Truly, this must be probably a couple of tens of thousands of people. We have a Ramada hotel, I think I'm seeing a Novotel back there, and for whatever reason it's really clustered here in this one part of the beach. All the people are in one place. There's like a huge duck, and actually what we're gonna do right now is this Soho house. I just looked it up on Google Maps. It looks like they have some nice cafes, so let's see how that could look like around here. Back on the street. So the neighborhood itself is kind of like a walking street with some Nice little shops on the side, definitely kind of like, let's say, lifestyle things. And feels quite cozy, almost kind of like a little bit of a beach town. It's almost like I would have wished that Goa would have been a little bit more that way. Yeah, let's check out this Soho Mumbai place. So guys, this place Soho House, Mumbai. Let's see, they have some type of cafe or something. Hello. Restaurant, cafe?
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so wandered in a little bit into a place that is called the Soho House. Pretty much looks like this is more or less a cafe slash hotel lobby of kind of like, looks like a cute little boutique hotel. So here in the corner, let's say it like that, pretty nice bohemian style furniture. I like it. We're right by the beach pretty much, more or less, and I think considering different hotels I saw, there's like JV Marriott, Novotel on the same road. Here is pretty cool, especially they do have kind of like a little working area in the back there. I've actually seen it quite a lot so far in Mumbai. Many places do it pretty functionally with the plugs right where you need them, you know. And here this looks almost like a cute, cozy little kitchen of somebody. Often when you come to a place, you're looking like for a dog to like plug in your computer at the other end of the corner, but here, quite nice. So we'll see right now, probably get a coffee and then explore a bit. So I just talked to the guy at the reception. He told me this is pretty much kind of like a members club, so the restaurant is on public access. On the rooftop, he told me they have some type of private area with a pool or something like that, so that would be interesting to take a look. I've asked him if possible, but yeah, pretty much what we have just seen where we just walked around is all of that. It looks like it's filling up even slightly more, but here in the back, a really nice and wavy restaurant. If I would have more time in Mumbai, probably I would spend the rest of the day here. I have to tell you, truly the vibe here feels quite authentic, let's say like that. Especially the furniture, everything else. That's nice.
On because we have like a food pop-up happening. We do it every Friday night.
All right. So you said this is only... Okay, so that was the Soho kind of like social club, restaurant, hotel. So basically, I've asked to show me around. The manager, she told me not allowed to take any videos upstairs, which is kind of nice, I guess. Even a really good vibe up there, so you have to be a member, but downstairs can get a coffee, things like that. It's gonna get dark soon. I have like 1 more hour on my last full day in Mumbai, so she recommended me a different area to check out. It's supposed to be not too far. Let's go there. It's supposed to be nice, young, have nice places. Let's go. Okay guys, and to get to Bandra West, to this nice other area. Hello, I'm here. To Bandara. And so we have been dropped off in a neighborhood that is called Bandra West. First impressions, we have a Gold's Gym here. Overall, pretty nice and lively street. Many cafes on the side of the road, Irish pub. Looks like a place where you could go out in the evenings. And generally, the girl from the Soho house told me that it's kind of like one of the more popular areas. Go out in the evenings, and you see just by the cars pretty much what kind of neighborhood we're in. Reminds me of the one nice neighborhood I stayed in Delhi back in the day. Forgot, couldn't tell you the name of it exactly, but yeah, pretty much you see on the other side of the road some nice shops. Okay, let's walk like a normal person with the pedestrians. So yeah, very cool that I'm kind of like, you know, getting a little bit the local recommendations on where to go. Actually, Bandara, I have marked it on my map already, but now I had a cosign that it is a place worth visiting. And yeah, let's stroll around a little bit. So here, look at that. Another kind of like old house transformed into a cafe. So walked around for a good bit. Overall, pretty nice residential area. Definitely, I think it's one of the more upscale ones. So there's kind of like different apartment buildings. Mainly just judging from the fact of the cars that drive around here. Generally, from all the neighborhoods, it's kind of like, you see what I mean. But yeah, let's either take a taxi or I think there's a train. I wonder what kind of train is running here. To go to an area that's supposed to have kind of like a big mall. I saw, also talked again with some locals. They said kind of like big hotels, mall, fairly modern. Let's check it out. Okay, so here by the side of the road, I decided to head to the train station. I think with the traffic, maybe it will be the better option. I just checked the Uber would be 40 minutes to where we're going. But what I think is kind of cool in this neighborhood is just the fact it's a fairly young crowd, and also is like super, let's say, non-touristy. So I haven't seen a single person that, let's say, is not local since I have arrived in the neighborhood, and also very crowded. Mostly kind of like really a genuine crowd. People coming from school, people coming from, let's say, the job, whatever it may be. And yeah, it's kind of like, I would say, probably upper mid-range neighborhood, and it's kind of nice to experience that, the real Mumbai or Bombay. Actually, we had this conversation that the girl that gave me the tour said that still many people kind of like grew up saying Bombay, then they changed it to Mumbai. And yeah, so this is the neighborhood here, Bandra West. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not quite ready for that level of busyness. This is probably so far the highest level of busyness I've experienced in Mumbai, which I guess on my last day here is kind of a nice thing to have. But yeah, let's just grab an Uber. It's gonna make things easier. I don't really want to figure out things back there. Would have been kind of interesting as well to take their train. In a different video I showed you the super cool train stations. I was thinking maybe that one's cool as well, but it just looks crazy busy. So let's get to another, probably more modern area, I guess. We'll see. Anybody else here? I want to go. Alrighty guys, it is the next morning. We are back in my certainly favorite neighborhood. Look at this building. Seriously, wow. Colaba, or I guess the best way to say it is we're next to the Taj Palace, going down to the water right now. So yesterday it has been getting a bit late, it has been so busy. I think this video today is in many ways a contrast of Mumbai, different type of areas. So Juhu in the beginning, that was kind of like probably over an hour drive from here. This is colonial heritage neighborhood. I've showed it before in the previous videos, you can check them out. And as of right now, it's my last day in Mumbai. I'm going just like at my tripod with me, gonna get a couple of shots by the Taj Palace, by the Gate of India. And I have to tell you, this neighborhood really puts Mumbai in my top 10 cities for sure. It depends like for what, for visiting, perhaps maybe even in top 5. I mean, look at this, all of these houses are like a couple of 100 years old, and here is like actually a very nice marine pier. It's also fairly peaceful during the day. Probably the most peaceful area. Oh my goodness, look at the Taj Palace back there. Beautiful. So here by the water, that actually also surprised me quite a lot. It's almost like a bit of trash in the water, but actually not a lot. Just here at this one point in the back. Yeah, what surprised me is actually there's a lot of sailboats. It's kind of like a leisure port, while at the same time in the back you see industrial ships, really big stuff. But kind of just the fact there's so many little yachts. I wonder, like, is it for tourism? Is it? It's not really a port. Like, it's not really a port in the sense that they're docking on here. But yeah, this is the famous Taj Palace. Movie I've recently watched a couple of months ago, Hotel Mumbai, which I've already wanted to go to Mumbai, but when I had the chance I was like really thinking about that movie. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's little tour of the contrasts of Mumbai, let's say it like that. Especially the moment when I was pretty much after I was at the train station, I just kept walking. It took me probably over half an hour to get an Uber rush hour, and then I was just like, yo, just take me home pretty much. So for today on the menu, I'm gonna be exploring this area, perhaps shoot another video, I'm not quite sure yet. I'm gonna go to my favorite corner, to my favorite cafe here, super nice area, the Fort area. There's a full video about that. It's kind of like a very interesting mix of modern yet very historical British heritage, in the sense of like there's old buildings but like super modern cafes and stores inside. And yeah, if you're new here by any chance, here on the channel I document my life around the idea of building a life of freedom around the world. That's what Get a World to See stands for. So you can join me on Instagram. This is pretty much where I'm the most up to date, posting pretty much every other day what I'm up to, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and how am I doing it, and how I perhaps can help you to build a life with a bit more freedom as well. Or to be fair, like a really holistic all-around idea, a life setup where you can go where you want to go, you can be with who you want to be with. And I think if you put in a couple of years, we're living the best time to make this type of thing happen. But more about that in another video. You too, Got a World to See.